I was reading something again yesterday which really emphasized the importance of the straight back, particularly for breath meditation actually, because it really helps the inner energies to flow more harmoniously, and this enables you to meditate better. It's a connection between your body and your mind. Maybe it's something to do with the spinal cortex, but anyway, bring your focus to the bottom of your spine. Feel that you actually are there. And now slowly come up your spine as if you're going up in an elevator, and straighten your spine as you go, and maybe even stretch it a little. Just go slowly, there's no rush, and pause when you reach your neck. And once you reach your neck, sort of imagine that you look back down to the bottom of your spine, and it's like a tube, a thin tube, and you can see right down to the bottom because the tube's now completely straight. Just imagine that. And if that tube continued, it would go down through the floor, through the foundations of your building, into the ground, right to the center of the earth. And you could see down it in a straight line. And if you were able to travel down it to the center of the earth, you'd meet everybody else in the group there. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Just that thought helps overcome any sense of separation. And now come back into your body, again up your spine to your neck, and now just make sure that your shoulders are in a straight line with your throat, and your arms are hanging loosely off your shoulders without the elbows touching the body. Very relaxed. The spinal column is like, we call it the backbone. It's sometimes I think of it a bit like a coat stand with a very strong, upright shaft, and then your shoulders are like a coat hanger on the coat stand, and your body, the rest of your body, like your arms, hangs off like a jacket that's on the coat hanger. And now come back from your waist downwards. Your hips are bulging out as you sit. Your pelvis is firmly settled on your seat, and your legs are arranged in a stable way. If you're on a chair, then your feet should be flat on the floor or on a cushion. Just be aware of the entire lower part of your body from your waist down as a whole. Because the energy in this lower part of our body is rather different from the energy above. And when you feel it settle, with your weight. You can feel connection with the earth. And it can generate a feeling of stability in your mind. And stability is very important in meditation. In fact, it's kind of one of the purposes of mindfulness is to stabilize our mind. Not in a sort of solid, lumpy way, but very focused and calm. So allow the lower part of your body to ground you, and now come back up your spine and into your head. And most of us, most of the time, are very busy with our head. It's like our media center, with the brain in the upper half of the skull, the jaw and throat for talking and eating and drinking, the ears for listening, the eyes for seeing. And when we strain any of these, including our brain, through overwork, it's not very good for us. So just open it all up. Just let go. Let the tension fly out into space. And now that straight line of your backbone, which went to the center of the earth, let's try following it upwards now, through the top of our head, through the ceiling of the room, through the roof of the building. If there are clouds where you are, then through the clouds, and into the clear sky above, where the sun is shining. And everything is crystal clear and vast. And this brings a very different kind of energy from the lower part of your body. This is very light, bright, spacious. And we can talk about intense clarity, which is also essential for good meditation. So we've got these two elements for good meditation. On the one hand, stability, and on the other hand, intense clarity. And if you now come back to your heart space within your rib cage, maybe even to your heart center, which is on that line of your spine, but in the middle of your body at the same level as your heart. Around there, just be there. And take in everything from above and below simultaneously. And feel the union of stability and intense clarity in your mind, both at the same time. What we've just been through is preparation for any meditation, because your mind is now very prepared to do any kind of meditation. It's focused, it's reasonably calm, it's stable, it's bright and clear. So we're going to meditate on the breath. Let's start at the nostrils. Just feel it entering and leaving. At first we're like an observer, observing the breath at the nostrils. But the observer is not separate. That's an illusion if you feel separate. And one way to overcome this is to come closer and closer mentally to the object, which is the breath at the nostrils. Until you completely identify with the sensations. You're no longer observing the sensations. You are the sensations. And you can be the sensations not only in the nostrils, but also in the windpipe, in the throat. Not only those, but also the lungs. But also the diaphragm. So you are this whole sensory experience of breathing, and everything else just recedes into the background, even disappears. And if the meditation is going well, not only have you sustained the stability and intense clarity, but you've actually enhanced them. This stable, bright awareness. Which is not separate from the sensations of the breath. Is like the core of your being. And the special sign of a good meditation is the feeling, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Okay, relax and stretch or do what you need to do to have a very short break. So as I think you know, we're still working on a series to do with relationships and self and other. We're going to do a bit more on that today, but we're sort of coming towards an end with it, and soon we'll switch to another second topic. But we're going to look at self and other today. So gradually come back to the meditation. You can change posture if it's better for you, or return to the same one, whatever's comfortable. And again, bring your awareness back inside, returning to the state in which you left the previous meditation. And meditating from the heart center or below. You can also meditate from the navel center. It's up to you, whatever's more comfortable for you, but certainly not from your brain. And we're going to check in, first of all, with our own identity at this heart center or navel center, from deep within us. Let's say, feeling a sense of self, whatever that signifies to you. And probably quite quickly, you can recognize that your sense of self is a self that is separate. In some way, at some level. We could say separate from the surrounding environment, like the room, or the seat, or the air. Or we could say separate from other people, other living beings. So this sense of separation can be a problem, or a source of problems. In a way, it can be a kind of burden. At times, anyway. So now just imagine staying seated, that you're still sitting in this meditation posture, but you're actually holding somebody's hand. And this person is also meditating. So you're holding hands, but you're very still. So even though your hands and arms may not be moving, there's probably, at least initially, an exchange of energy going on. because you have different energies, and it's like you're settling into harmony. If it's helpful, you could hold hands with both hands. You could even hug. I mean, it's up to you, but don't overdo the movement. It's really the exchange and harmonization of energy, which is what the meditation is about. And of course, it's imagining it. It's not actually happening, but it could be, because something like this would happen. And just as your own energy system has been somewhat settled through the breath meditation that we did before, let's imagine it's the same for this other person. And so although there's an exchange of energies as you first connect, you both gradually settle into a stability, shared stability. And the further this goes, the less sense of separation. It's got to such a point that in order to say my body, you'd almost have to move in order to remind yourself of your separateness. But it's not just the physical bodies and the energies which have become quite harmonized. It's also the minds. You have joined, in a sense, in a kind of inner peace. A stillness of mind. And at this level of experience, words like me and you carry a lot less weight. They barely mean anything. They could be useful, but right now we don't need them. Now, you may have chosen a particular person for this exercise, but I never said you should, and actually, you don't have to. Arguably, you don't even need to choose another human. Or maybe for hands you might, but you could have a kind of experience like this, maybe with a cat, I'm not sure, or a dog, or a horse. And in the right circumstances, you could have this kind of experience with anyone. Or even everyone. Don't get lost in thought. Just stay connected in the meditation with this experience of non-separation, of harmony. Shared inner peace. Another aspect of this meditation might be a sense of the boundaries having dissolved. Usually we consider the edge of our body, our skin, as the separating boundary. But in such a sharing and harmonizing of energies, it's not really a boundary anymore. And when the boundaries dissolve, consciousness becomes vast and profound. You can allow your meditating mind to absorb in this experience, this feeling, without thinking about it. Just be the vastness, the space of non-separation. And although a sense of separation will return, as it would if you let go of the person's hand, for example, and just touch the person's hand as something separate again, this experience of non-separation remains as an aspect of reality. An aspect that we can probably only connect with through meditation, or we might have glimpses of it at other times too. And in a moment we're going to finish the meditation and come back to the group. And when we look at the screen, we're going to see separate screens with separate individuals in them. And that's fine. But there is also still a level at which we're not separate. And that's very interesting.